Hello? Oh, hey there. Come on in. Welcome. Let me give you a tour of my percussion studio here. My name is Chad Crummel. I'm a percussionist with the Chattanooga Symphony. And these are a few of my percussion instruments here. So why don't I give you a tour of some of the things that I play. Percussionists, we play tons of instruments. And it's pretty much anything you can shake, strike, or scrape.
Wow, what a neat instrument. What is that?
This is a frog, and actually you get a sound by scraping the ridges on the back. And this frog, this was a pet of mine. This was Gilly. We took him to the taxidermist after he croaked. And over here we have a snare drum. Snare drum gets its unique sound from the wires that run on the underside of the drum that vibrate whenever you hit the top of the drum, like this.
Oh, wow, that's really loud.
It is really loud, and that's actually why I have this over here. This is a practice pad. This is what I use when I don't want to bother the neighbors or the wife.
Neat. What makes it so soft?
Well, the top of it here is rubber made from recycled tires.
Wow, that's kind of great. It's really cool to hear that you and other percussionists are doing your part to help save the environment by using recycled materials in your instruments. And the other snare drums over here, what type of materials go into those instruments?
Oh, this is calf skin.
Calf skin? Isn't that a baby cow?
Yeah, calf skin, it sounds great. Moving on to the mallet instruments, we'll start with the glockenspiel. This is the highest pitched instrument that we play in the percussion family. You can usually hear it with its soaring melodies on top of the orchestra. That's pretty. Over here, we have the vibraphone. This is what classical percussionists use when we're pretending to be jazz musicians. I feel cool already.
Looks like this instrument is made of some kind of metal. I'm glad no animals were harmed in the making of this instrument.
Yeah, you're right. This is actually made out of aluminum, arguably one of the most sustainable building materials on Earth.
Wow, that's great. Are all of your mallet instruments made of eco-friendly materials?
Well, over here we have the marimba, and it's made out of Honduran rosewood from a critically endangered tree. But musicians are exempt from global regulations. Why? Because rosewood sounds real good. And over here, in the same family of instruments, we have the xylophone. And although this instrument is made out of the same material, this entire instrument has been recycled because it has been passed down to percussionists for generations. This Deegan xylophone is actually over 100 years old. You might recognize the xylophone from its use in popular cartoon music, like speaking of old things, over here we have a cymbal that is over 100 years old. It was made in Istanbul, Turkey. Can you hear the history in that? I can. Well, as a percussionist, sometimes we play a lot of notes. Sometimes we play just a few notes. And actually, famously in Anton Bruckner's Symphony No. 7, hour-and-a-half long piece, he only gave us one note. And that one note is a cymbal crash, like this.
Wow. Do you really only play one note for the entire piece?
Yes, I do. And let me tell you a little secret. We get paid the same as everyone else in the orchestra. So think about that, kids. Work smarter, not harder.
So, Out of all of these instruments, what would you say is your favorite instrument to play?
Favorite instrument to play? Well, I think it's got to be the hammer.
The hammer? No way. That's not a real instrument.
The hammer is definitely a percussion instrument. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video? Percussionists can play anything that you can shake, scrape, or strike. And I'd say you could definitely strike something with a hammer. In fact, Gustav Mahler wrote his Symphony No. 6, and it has a very famous hammer blow. Well, thanks for stopping by and see you next time.